Okay. Hello. Got a feeling. Yes, it did. Okay, that should be a lot better. All right. It seems like my microphone unmatched itself. I think we're good. Just get a quick sound check in the chat, please. Couple things I'm just gonna go over very quickly. I've got a couple of things I need to just adjust, and then we'll get ourselves ready. First of all, I need you to give me a sound check to make sure this cannot be heard. Give me 2 seconds. Are you picking up any noise? Just me. Okay, so you can't hear a fan going in the background then. Well, that is magic. At least we've got that working. So, hello. Hope everyone is doing well. It's hot, isn't it? It is hot. So I'm meeting the twins, innit? Boy Ling and Rose Ting. Right, we're going to get underway shortly. As we dive into it. So, if you're ready, sit back. Relax. Because here we go.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, money, money.
Dollar, dollar. Dollar, dollar. Ching, ching, bling, bling. Got the chatter. You ain't talking money, then your talking don't matter. Ching, ching, bling, bling. Patent pockets. We take the dollar, dollar. Can a damn soul stop it? Here comes the new kid on the block. Hold all your bets. Here's where the buck stops. See, first of all, I'm stepping out.
Here comes the money.
About time I elevated to claim my own throne. Success in my blood, call it homegrown. Puerto Rican testosterone. Power and money got me crazy cocky. No longer need you, Poppy. I know you're mad.
Alright, good evening. Welcome then to your Monday stream. The Monday Chill stream here on the Departure Lounge YouTube channel. Hope everyone's well. Okay. Gemma, absolutely we can, and yes you can too. Welcome everybody to Airline Manager. I'll turn that off now, give me a sec. Cool, gonna get a little strike against that, that's not a problem. Right, 2 seconds. Back to the game. Right, here we go. So, welcome along then. Airline Manager episode number 6. We are progressing quite nicely at the moment. As you can see, this is where we left off from yesterday. We've got aircraft all over the shop. We've got plenty to get through this very evening. So yeah, hope everyone is well. Let's say hello to those that are in the chat, including Gemma, Carl, Finn's there too. Anyone in the Lurkers Lounge, hello. Especially the Lurkers Lounge. Not all of the Lurkers Lounge, just a particular corner of the Lurkers Lounge. Hope everyone is doing well. So, Gemma wants us to have a look at the marketing section for now before we send the flights out. We'll do that in a minute. And she wants to reroute her 146 as well, which we can absolutely do. Now, let's run over a few housekeeping rules for tonight. As always, a £10 super chat for any aeroplane that we currently have in the fleet or that we purchase tonight. Or if you want to purchase one yourself, £10 super chat will allow you to have that power to either own an aeroplane that we have in the fleet or to hand pick an aeroplane for the fleet, providing it is in the budget that we have to spend. Gemma did this with the BAE 146. Darren Graham did this as well and claimed the 757-300 that we have. We'll show the fleet off in a second. And Paul Hussey's also done it with the Caravelle that we have in the fleet as well. So if you want to own the plane, tell me where to go, where to send it to, etc, etc. Then a £10 super chat will do just that. Okie doke. Right, first things first. We're not going to send planes out yet. We're just going to remind you of the fleet that we are coming into tonight. The fleet we have, one ATR, which at the moment is doing okay. I'm not going to lie to you. It's been alright actually since we rerouted it and put it onto a stopover. It's been bringing in double the money of what it did on the Brussels route. It's been going to Keflavik via Dublin. So pretty decent. About 22 to 28 grand we've been bringing in on the ATR. It's actually not too shabby. We've got some Dash 8s here, which, my own humble opinion, will be the next ones out the fleet. We've got the Fokker 100. We've got 3 of those. We've got one DC-7, which has been running on the Miami route. I was hoping that Jim was listening in the background to a little bit of Shane O'Mac there. But yeah, welcome to you, Jim. Hope you're doing well. And Sarah in the chat as well. Hello to you. Hope you're well. Appreciate you being here. So the DC-7's been pulling in some decent numbers. The highest it's done was 4 days ago. $131,000. Adding to our kitty quite nicely. So that's been doing quite well. We've also got 2 of the Ilyushians who again have been doing quite well. 36,000. We've it's dropped off a little bit, but we have had a couple of good days where we've got 46 grand, but it has dropped back down to 35 for the moment for one route, and the other route from Stansted to Pristina has been given in. The highest we've had is about 50 grand. Again, it was a good day. Seems to have dropped off a little bit more. The other aircraft we got, Gemma, we're going to reroute yours in a second, but the ATRs, BAE 146s have been doing quite well. Gemma's in particular has been doing quite well, bringing in the highest of $33,000. Dropped off a little bit, but we're going to reroute that, and we're going to reroute it now because Gemma would like to do that. So let's do it. Gemma, over to you. Where are we rerouting it to? Of course, welcome to everyone who is joining us, including Saf as well. Saf joining us. Evening to you. Hope you're doing well. Sarah says, I'm not good. I got the dreaded positive diabetes test this evening. Oh, I got the hold on. I got the dreaded positive. So, did you get the results, or did you have the test? That's saying you do, or you don't know. Oh, okay. Well, that sucks. That's not great. So I can understand the frustration and everything. Yeah, not great. Not great. Sending, of course, lots of love your way from not just myself, but everyone here at the everyone watching. As we try to, I'll tell you what, I don't know why I try and do this. I should just find it in the search bit. Right, we're going for Skiathos. That's where Gemma wants to send it. Hopefully it should have the range. It does, by the looks of it. Just about has it. Okay, so we can set that up. That's not a problem. We'll give it the flight number of that. Let's create the route for $173,000. Should get a good amount of money back here. I'm going to say about, oh god. So what was it? 40, 24 and 8. 40, 24 and 8. So 45 maybe? I reckon. About 45. $43K. Too scared to guess. Well, it's got to be more than 28. And then it'll turn out to be a good rerouting. Right, here we go. Got to be more than 28. And it is. Look at that. It's a good one. 44. It's a good route. So we have departed it. So that's our first aeroplane gone. We'll have a look at marketing as well, because Gemma wants to look at marketing. It was a very good choice. Very, very good choice. Right, here's your marketing. Boosh. So we've got the likes of the airline reputation, which we can up if we want to. We can go into stocks, which we won't do yet. But we can have a look at, if we want to, for new campaign here for increasing airline reputation, increasing cargo reputation, which we haven't started yet. Who knows? We might venture into that at some stage, and of course the eco-friendly side of things as well. So Gemma is saying to up the reputation.
That would mean that we have, with this brain, a tiny thing, a septillion times smaller than the tiny planet it lives on.
Do we have the reputation of the airline? Okay, so we've got a choice here of how efficient we can do this for, and how long we can do it for as well. This bit I didn't actually know you could do. I thought it was literally for 4 hours. Oh, okay, that's a lot. Okay, that's why. So we got 1 million, 25, 35% camping for 4 hours. Highest one for the shortest time, just for the stream anyway. Yeah, up it. Cool. Okay, well, first things first. 1 million's gone out the bank. We're now up to 3.5 stars for 4 hours. So there you go. Okie doke. Right. A few more things that we're going to go through very quickly, just with the fleet here as well. Our A220 has been doing quite well, bringing in solid 6 digits on the route to Ottawa. So it's tonight the night that we potentially dive into the long haul market. Possibly. I mean, we still got Jim's request to do. If you remember, you remember. The other aeroplane that we should have a look at as well is the VC-10. It's been doing quite well. Highest we've had was 4 days ago. Seems to be a good day 4 days ago. $216,000. So doing pretty well. In fact, no, the highest one was 5 days ago. Sorry, forgive me. On the Fukuoka route, 221,000. So doing pretty good numbers. And that's where we're going to start making our money, is long haul. So one to think about in terms of what we plan on doing. And of course, we'll have a look at Darren's 757 here, racking in the numbers, pulling in nearly 5 days ago, nearly $400,000 as well. So definitely making the money and going down the right route. Japan is currently boosted. There is an event going on. Let me show you. This will give you some ideas for where we need to send the aeroplanes. 25% increased passenger demand for the next 5 days in Mexico, Brazil, Spain, Turkey, Thailand, and Japan. Ones to keep an eye on when we send our planes somewhere. So we'll have a look, because I think we also rerouted Paul's Caravelle, and it's pulling in. Oh no, we haven't done. We haven't rerouted it yet. So yeah, so pulling in some good numbers, 40k odd. So we're looking at, yeah, looking pretty decent so far. Carl says, let's go Mexico. Well, we'll see, because we do have a fair bit of money to play with. We've got 18 million now. We've spent a million on the reputation. So first things first, we're not going to send the planes out just yet, because obviously, let's have a look at the fleet here. So, is there anything that we want to potentially consider? This is down to you lot. Is there anything here that we might want to potentially think about getting rid of whilst we still can? Because otherwise we're going to send the planes out and go, we should have got rid of this, rid of that. Just very quickly. Good numbers. 4 and 5 days ago for the 717. $114,000, $117,000 for the route to Asmara in Eritrea. And 105 and 102,000. So pulling in some good numbers to Playa in Cape Verde via Madrid. Right, so let's have a look. So Gemma says, any of the Dash 8's not making good money. Let's have a look. So at the moment, the one to Copenhagen has dropped significantly by the looks of it. Still, I mean, we've had some decent days, 11,000, but again, the lack of seating is gonna be the one that kills the Dash 8. So 8,500 Copenhagen, 9 grand. We've had some good numbers here as well. This was the Prague flight, so again, decent numbers. Not so much for this one. The Paris flight, no good. Oh, that reminds me. I've just been reminded. Thank you to Finley for that. Give me a sec. I knew there was something I was supposed to do today. Give me a sec. Two seconds. Okay, right. We're sort of half back. Okay. Alright, so the Paris flight, then not so much. About 5 grand. I mean, this could probably be scrapped, if anything. Vienna's been making, I mean, a very steady 5 figures. I think, though, better aeroplane, we could do a lot better. Now we've got the opportunity to do so, we could bring in some aeroplanes with bigger seatings and scrap the rest, and then maybe send them to certain places. I mean, this is the Manchester shuttle. The Manchester shuttle itself isn't particularly great, Bearing in mind as well, remember the aeroplane itself only has a let's have a look here. Seat layout, literally 50 seats. Even if we were to up these, it still wouldn't make great numbers. So it's a decision whether we retire the Dash 8s and bring in something else. Route seems reasonable, so keep the routes just on bigger planes. That's what I'm thinking, you see. So what I'm thinking is, as an idea, just an idea, again, this is not all down to me, it's all down to you lot. As an idea is, if you think seating numbers, so we've got currently 5 Dash 8s in the fleet, that's 250 seats. If we can find 250 seats across 2-3 aeroplanes, send them out to Vienna. Send one out to Vienna and one out to not Manchester. What was the first one? Copenhagen. We could find a new route for it. So one out to Vienna, one to another place, and that way you're. Yeah, do you know what, Gemma? I haven't. Okay, right, hang on. Told you, I knew there was something I needed to do today. I just haven't changed it. I've just not changed it. You can tell I've not changed it because it's still from last week. Right, hang on. Right, leave that window open just in case I've missed anything else. Just in case I've missed anything else. Right, there we go. Jim says I'd keep the Dash 8s, reroute them on new routes, and if they're a success, you can then upgrade the plane on them and reroute the 8s again, etc., etc. Are you thinking like using them as guinea pigs? Is that what we're thinking? My idea, because obviously we've got no J class or F class on them, right? They were just straight out purchases. So part of me would think, just as an idea. So again, just going along with it. So remember 50 seats, right? 50. You could look at getting in something like a CRJ with 100 seats, and then you get 3 of those. That then makes up the seat numbers. Worst case scenario, you go down the Embraer route and pick up maybe Embraer 190-200s with 122. You buy 2 of those, that's 3 million out the bank, and you've already made up the seats with a couple extra. Or the range isn't great on the 200, but the LR is, but it's a little bit more expensive. Yeah, so I mean, what we've got 18 in there, so we've got room for potentially even like the 190 E2s or the 195 E2s. Yeah, the range ain't great on the Dash 8 either, but it would be better on the 190. So there's options to either scrap completely or do what Jim says, which is to route them in a way where you use them as guinea pigs. If we want to keep short routes, bigger planes, less range. Let's have also very quickly, because we've got to fulfill an order that Jim mentioned last week, which is the 318. Everything's running a little slow again, which is always great news. A318, fully business, Stansted, Shannon, New York. Yeah. So essentially, yeah, the BA001 route, but from Stansted instead. Shall we get that sorted first, and then we'll come back to think about what we're going to do with the Dash 8s and stuff? Or you can do a ferry to London City and start the route from there. I can go one better. I can go one better than that. Shit, not that one. I can go one better. No. I do not have London City as a hub. Just Stansted. So for another $1 million, we get London City and we put the A318. City, Shannon, etc. One thing I also have learned, I'm going to point this out to everybody just in case that maybe someone doesn't know about it or anything. I've worked out that on my actual game, I've now slimlined a lot of it, and I've also got rid of a few bases and brought new ones in that make money because the market has to be good. So for example, if we show London City again, so London City's market is 74%. That's 74% of the value of the aircraft that you get back. We are at London Stansted, which currently has 62. So we get 62% back of aeroplanes that we sell. If we're going to buy hubs, they have to be decent. They have to be good. London City is pretty good for a 74% purchase back, and you get it for 1.6 million and 20 points. And then we do it. A318 out of London City. What do you reckon? I got rid of Heathrow, Gemma. I had Heathrow as a hub as well, thinking that it might actually do quite well. Turns out Heathrow's marketing is not great. 49%. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. 49% for London Heathrow. But London City, 74%. And you get it for 1.6 million. Opens up another hub, and we can look to send maybe Dash 8s from London City instead. Take them out of Stansted, put them in the city, as well as the A318. Just an idea. Carl's asking what Manchester's on. Manchester is 44%. Some of them you do get surprised about. You do think they'd be marketable, but they're not. Doncaster's 43. So there you go. That's that one. Yeah. East Mids. I think East Mids is pretty good. I say that because I've got it for my cargo run, but I also did not look. They call it Nottingham East. Yeah, Nottingham East or East Midlands, 87%. So pretty good. So that's the kind of numbers that you want as well. And again, because we only have a small fleet, we can get them quite cheap while we're at it. So part of me, obviously, would want to fulfill what Jim's suggested. Dom's after Wick. Wick is 63%, which actually is not bad. It's actually not horrendous. But don't expect to fly a 787 out of Wick. So, let's fulfill Jim's request. Let's do it. Are we all in agreement? Let's go London City. Let's get the A318. Let's route it whilst we can with the marketability that we've got of 3.5 stars. And let's route it to Shannon and to New York. All in agreement? Let's go. Welcome then. London City, we now have a second hub. So what this will allow us to do is we can ferry Dash 8s across to London City. Opens up more for Stansted. Jim, not necessarily. For example, one I picked up this morning whilst I was getting ready was Tampa. Where is it? Tampa. Tampa is 80%. Quite a big runway length as well, so pretty decent. The likes of I think it's New York. I think New York's actually pretty good. What's the Miami? 58%. Not particularly brilliant. And if you were to go to New York, 79%. So not necessarily being a small airport, but it would cost more at this moment in time of 6.6 million. Mobile. Should we try Mobile? Let's have a look. Where's Mobile? Mobile, Alabama. Is it regional? %. What's downtown? BFM, that's the one, isn't it? 38%. So no good. No good. Okay, right. So I'll tell you what we'll do. Let us. Let's ground all of our Dash 8s. Let's make some money. Gemma's aircraft is already on the way, so that's fine. Let's send the rest of the planes out. Oh, look at that. Can you see that? A very cushy. Look at that price there. So you can see with the marketability now of everything going up. 1.9 million that we've just gained back into our kitty. That is beautiful. So we've gained that back. Right. So have a think. In fact, no, don't have a think, because we've still got to get right, let's do this. So A318, we've got this coming in. Does anybody want to own it before we buy it? I'm going to go for a city registration, because then we know where it's based. Let's go with Sita. We'll base it out of London City. Now, does anyone want to own it? Otherwise, we'll go into the configuration, which we'll just do now. And then we want all business, don't we? Is what we said. Is that right? All business. 58 passengers. That's not horrendous. If nobody wants to own the A318, which we are sending on the BA001 replica flight, we'll go ahead and order it. We'll go ahead and get it straight into the fleet, because we've got the points to do so, thanks to the contributions for fuel from the last stream from Carl, and I believe from Paul as well. Let's go ahead and order it. Okay, so there you go. So we had 4.6 mil come out of our thing, and Darren straight in. So if Darren, oh god, didn't mean that. Sorry. If Darren comes in, then Darren's in with a super chat, which is much appreciated. Thank you so much. Is this for the A318? It is indeed. Right, cool. Right, we'll get it delivered into the parking section. So Darren now owns 2 planes. We like that. Right, we need a registration, because we've already used DGPM. I'm thinking something like DG UK for like Darren Graham UK. I like it from Jim. I like that a lot. Should we go for that? We'll get the approval from Darren first. Yeah, go for it. Cool. Right. So we got the reg of BAOI to represent BA01. We like that. That's actually really cool. Right, let's route it. Let's actually do this. So, in fact, we might not need to do it this way. Can we do? But thank you, Darren, for the support. That also much appreciated. You can support the channel in any other way this evening. If you don't want to go down that route, you can always super chat, super sticker, or gift memberships to those who have been watching. Is it there? Is it that one? Ah, crap. Right, Shannon. Stop over. Fuck. Not that one. United States. Again, it doesn't show you quite what well, actually, to be fair, it might do. Let's have a look. So we want New York, JFK. We'll press next. Okay. Daily passenger demand actually looks pretty good. 566, 361, 240, 361 for business looks like a very, very good number. And that's also a very good ticket price. And it's 400,000 to do it. I think this could be pretty good. I think we're also going to rename. So we're going to go for Fly 001. So we've already got a 001. We're going to rename that other one in a second as well. Right. Let's create the route. Thanks to Jim and thanks to Darren for claiming the aeroplane. Let's create the route. Okay. 6 hours, 40 minutes to do the two routes. Carl reckons 198k. This could be good. But let's have a look, shall we? Let's send it straight out for its first run. Oh, I tell you, it's not far off. 142,000. That's actually really good for an A318. That's actually really good. $142,228. That money be making. It's very good. It's very, very good. Right, let's have a look at the fleet here. So we've got to renumber the Ottawa flight, which will change to 006. No, we won't. We'll change it to 002. There we go. There we go. Cool. Happy days. Right, 001 is off and underway. Well, that's alright. That's fine. It's not a problem. Right, the other thing we've got to potentially do, if we go to the bonus thing here, ignoring all this. Oh, we've got to do the claim. I've totally forgotten about it. Right, let's do the claim. Let's see what we get for the bi-weekly gift. Oh, wow. As if you needed money. As if you needed the money. Here comes the money. 105,000 into the bank. Beautiful stuff. Right. So the other thing we've got to do is we can either now go down the route of in fact, we can't do charter, so that's fine. Do we now go down the route of unlocking capital routes to make things a little bit easier in finding the capital cities? Do we unlock it to make it a little bit easier? So you'd obviously have to go down the international routes in order to do a stopover, but in order just to go A to B rather than A to B to C, do we unlock it to make it a little bit easier? Why not? We've got points to spare. I also got to try and get rid of them as well. we shouldn't really have 1,000 points, if I'm honest with you. Jim says no. What else costs points? Quite literally, all of these map premiums things here, charter operations, the VIP, A320, and of course everything to do with increasing CO2 and fuel. My other side of, or my other thinking about it, is that if we do end up getting a contribution towards fuel and everything else for, you know, for future streams and stuff, those points are going to go straight back up again. So are we really going to lose 350, or are we just going to gain something like, what is it, 200. So realistically, what's that, 150 points we lose essentially if a contribution goes in for fuel and stuff. So we also have reset and training, the McDo. I don't even have that on my personal one. We've already got cargo ops. We can reset training, which we haven't done yet. Postpone the A checks, or 4 times speed for the flights, which we can't do because we haven't got enough points. Yeah, we do. We have cargo. We've got cargo. We purchased that before, I think 1 or 2 episodes ago. Now the option we've got for it, but I think the problem we face is that it's expensive. So I think this is going to be one of those things where if we do a cargo episode, hear me out, if we go down a cargo episode, this is probably where this comes into play. Because otherwise, like I said, the planes are expensive. Massive expensive. So this is where this will come into play, I think. It's the only way I can think of doing it. Otherwise, like I say, if I show you quickly, we order like a cargo plane. If we go down like the Airbus route, like the cheapest Airbus plane is like 8 million. And if we go down the Boeing route, the cheapest one is 6 million. They're not cheap. Away from those, if you were to go down Antonov route, I mean, you got the AN124 and the 225, expensive. If we go down the British Aerospace route, even the BA146, expensive. If we go down the Ilyushin route, no point looking at the IL-76 or the IL-96, expensive. Or the McDonnell Douglas route, we got DC-3 or a DC-9 if we wanted to enter into that. But still, that DC-9 compared to what we've got in the fleet already, expensive. Bet that the 225 would cost more than a tenner. Let's have a look. Just because we're having a little bit of fun with this evening. So $659 million. So essentially looking at 660 million. If you were to try and do that by going down this route, yeah, probably this one, which is mental. So I think if you do it on if you look on your phone, I think it's something like 87, I think. 87 pounds, I think. So yeah, so I suppose the question is, do we do the capital routes or do we leave it for now and just continue with what we're trying to buy and stuff like that? There you go, Carl's got it, 87.99. Wasn't too far off. So that's how much it would cost you if you wanted to get an Antonov 225 into the fleet. Mind you, it would make a shitload of money, but couldn't justify doing it. Just couldn't do it. Right, so Carl says leave capital from it. Let's do that then. Let's leave capital from it, because if we are going to just buy planes to jump them onto stopovers, then that seems like a fair shout. Finn says 737-500 again. Will it work? It will. It's had a huge update. and I've been able to do a flight with it. It does work. There are still one or two things that are a little bit annoying with it, such as the trim, but the flight does work. The plane works. It is 10 times better than when we tried it last week. Can we get an A220 for London City, says Carl. We will see. If you want to jump the decision, and rather than can we, it's you will get an A220, then like I say, £10 will do it. We'll have a look and see what we've got budget wise, because what we've got to do is we've got to reroute these Dash 8s now to send them to London City. And the ferry flight will literally take 5 minutes. And then we get to reroute them. And I think what we'll end up doing is we'll go what Jim says. And I think we'll also do stopovers as well to try and get them to kind of bring more money in. So I think that might be the way that we do it. It's only 9 grand. We'll get them ferried across. Takes 5 minutes. And there you go. We've got 10 passenger points earned for ferrying an aeroplane, which isn't too shabby. I think once you ferry them across, obviously you're going to have to reroute them anyway. So that's fine. So we've got a choice of 2 bases that we could potentially buy. 19. Why? Oh, that's from Manchester. That's why. Okay, I wonder why it costs a bit more. So yeah, we've got a choice of 2 places: Stansted and London City, for where we want to, where we want to buy aeroplanes for. Okay.
A220.
A220. There you go. I'd like to say that's how easy it is. But yeah, okay, that's fine. We will do that. And then we'll have a look at the budget in a second. So I'm going to continue to just ferry these airplanes across. This is going to be a little bit expensive because we're going to ferry this to London City. Right, spoiler, just a quick one. Copenhagen was one of the ones that did quite well. So, do we, instead of obviously flying it back and ferrying it, do we just create this as a route when it gets to London City, do a stopover from Copenhagen elsewhere? So Copenhagen's one of the ones that did quite well. Yeah, keep Copenhagen. So I'm just thinking, do we put it in as a passenger flight? Look at that for numbers, by the way. Look at that for numbers for Copenhagen from London City. That's actually better than Stansted. If you imagine putting another route on top of Copenhagen as well, you can get a lot of money for that. I think that's pretty good. I think it's a good shout. Let's do it. Ticket numbers are good. Create the route there. I mean, already that's is that better? Yeah, that's already better. Look at that. Look, So we've been gaining like 8,000, 8,500. We put it straight to London City, nearly $14,000. You chuck an extra route on top of that, 20,000? Possibly, something like that. That's a great shout. And I think this is our... It is. It's our last one, which is the Vienna. So remember Vienna, because in 5 minutes' time, we're going to send it back to Vienna. Or send one of them somewhere to Vienna. So let's ferry them across. Cool. Right. Now we've got a fulfillment of another A220 coming into the fleet. Carl, I'm assuming obviously you're owning this, so you get to reroute where it goes. 3.2 mil. Quite a good number. So because Carl got it, have we got one for Carl already? Does Carl own a plane? No, he doesn't. Right, well, your name's going in as the reg. Wants it from City. Right, Carl, you get to configure where it's going. Or configure the seating first and then let us know where you want it to go. I think this could bring in good numbers if we stop it to do a stopover. So we've got 135 economy seats that need shifting. 8 in first, 10 in business. So look at a 90, a 10 and an 8. It would only cost us 3.3. At least it's with 10 million. Looks good. Let's go for it. Thank you, Carl, for your contribution there. You get yourself an A220 from London City. We've got 2-8s that have already turned up, so we're going to reroute those in a second. And then we're going to go shopping once we've done it. Unless anybody else comes in and says that he wants an aeroplane. Then we'll have to stop what we're doing and then cater for that as well. Right, let's route Carl's A220 from London City. There's the range. Remember, once you do a stopover, the range of the aircraft will be determined from where you actually do it from. Yeah, I think that's a good shout, to be fair, Gemma. She says, the thought maybe save the points to get the delivery of the planes. We were short last time. Absolutely. I think that's probably a really good shout. Really, really good shout. Rather than, like, say, being short and having to wait like 5-6 hours and then rerouting it next time sort of thing. Cape Verde normally does quite well. We can alter the route map sort of thing at the moment. But that's the route that it can take, or the range that it has, which is actually quite impressive. Also, very quick one as well. There's lots of flight sim news that's been happening over the last week or two. We are expecting an A340-600 for the flight simulator at some stage to be partnered by Aerosoft and Tolis, who do excellent work on the X-Plane version. For the business jet side of things, we've got a Falcon 50 coming, and we've also got on July the 10th the Cessna Citation C750 is on its way. The Airbus A220 itself is being released before the end of the year, and having looked at videos of it in use from those that have been to the FS Expo, it looks incredible. And the sounds, if you like your Wookiee sounds, you're going to love it. You're going to absolutely love it. Carl says, now do we go Turkey as a stopover and aim for Dubai? I mean, can it get there? It can. I think, is it there? That's Sharjah. So it can get there. That's Abu Dhabi. So, I mean, it can get there in one hit. It would take 5.5 hours, which, I mean, if you consider that Air Baltic send theirs from Riga down to Dubai, it can be done. It's quite a huge range here. Turkey is one of the boosted countries. It is. What else we got? Let's have a quick. No, not that one. So we got Turkey. I mean, if you wanted to, could you do Spain to Brazil, or Turkey to Thailand? Could be a bit of a stretch. Right, let's try it anyway. Let's go Turkey. Fuck. We've got to reroute it again, haven't we? I don't like the fact that this game starts to lag a little. As you're witnessing it on the screen at the moment. It just starts to drag a little. Topal is boosted. Bursa. Gazipasa. Antalya. Kayseri Sport. I mean, considering we've only got like 8 first class, that's actually quite a good number. Ankara is a good one. If we can get Ankara, which I think is there. Nope. It's there. But what else have we got here? Bandurma. Basically, it's where what Carl's thinking. It's whatever Carl's wanting to send it. You've got your Istanbul, I think, here as well. Ataturk, that's proper Istanbul. Obviously, it doesn't recognise the new airport, but that is Istanbul there at 1,047, 237, 180. And then stop it over to go to Dubai. It is up to Carl. Was thinking Dubai. What? As in what? To go straight to Dubai? Is that the idea? To go straight to Dubai? Then head for Sydney. Oh, it will never reach Sydney, not from Dubai. So there is Dubai. it will make it to Dubai. 421, 459, 179, which is pretty good numbers. It could probably make Thailand if we stopped it in Dubai first. See what routes are on offer. Like, let's use Dubai as a stopover. It does get there. It does get to Thailand. But haven't got Bangkok done up yet. So it's going to be a case of having Dubai and Bangkok on the stream, on the screen at once. But because the numbers are boosted, you could actually fly it to anywhere. Give it a try. Right, give me 2 seconds then. Let me international routes. Right. Dubai's got to come up first, which it hasn't. Right, there's Dubai. Will Bangkok show? It might do. It does. Okay, there you go. So that would be what it would look like. 393-583-188. Flight time in all for A220 would be 10 hours. So if we press next, that's, yeah. 723,006, so $723,000 to create the route. But the numbers, this could do something. We could recoup some of that back. Mind you, with 2, maybe 3 rotations, we could probably make that back. So it's down to Carl. If Carl's happy with London City to Dubai to Bangkok, that is what we will go for. He says go for it. Yeah, I know. All the way to Bangkok on an A220. It's crazy, isn't it? Okay. Create the route for the price that it is. Good lord, this is going to be interesting to see how much we're going to make out of this. I think this could do somewhere in the region of... It's going to be in the 100,000s. Let's find out. 125k says Gemma. Let's find out together how much this is going to cost. 120k. Oh! We were miles off it, but in the right direction. Look at that. $250,000. That is insane. For 57 in economy, 6 in business, 5 in first. Mate, that is insane. So there you go. Carl's A220, I think, is the highest earning plane that we have in the fleet so far. Joe says, can I have a new plane? I mean, you really want to get rid of yours? I mean, considering we have flown yours, or we're flying yours down to Skiathos, I mean, you've got to wait 2 hours, 20 minutes, or you know the drill. You go down the route of what Darren and Carl have done. Crazy. That's a crazy amount of money. I'm going to keep an eye on that throughout the week. That is mental. Right, we have got 3-8s that we need to reroute here for stopovers. To see if we can actually maximize as much out of them as possible. Remembering, we have no business, no first, so this is going to be quite interesting. I'm thinking immediately the first one's Vienna and then onwards. Paper plane for Gemma. Crazy. That's my initial thinking is to send one to Vienna. And then onwards from there. Providing Vienna shows up. Which it doesn't on this occasion. So we can go back. Because we've also got to see... Right, there's Vienna. Let's add a stopover. Right, we don't know where it can go either, so... I'm thinking like from Vienna maybe to like Chisinau, because Chisinau does quite well. Vienna then on to Turkey. Fucking hell, do you think it's going to get there? Gemma says Ankara. Yeah, it's never going to get there. It misses out by 20 kilometers. If we go Istanbul, I mean, this is really stretching. It does just about. That is stretching the. That is really stretching the aircraft's range. This is why I was thinking potentially about like replacing them, but we'll keep them in for the meantime. We'll see what we can get from them out of the routes here. So we got a stopover in Vienna on the way to Istanbul. Give it a good run at, absolutely. Okay, let's go to next. So the pricing of this one, 126,000. We'll create the route once we've got the pricing in. Pricing looks good. Remember, we can only look at this one here, so that looks pretty good. Passenger daily passenger demand is also pretty good. So let's create the route. If we're happy with Vienna to Istanbul, we'll move on. We're making some very, very good progress here. We're entering the long haul range, whether it's stopovers as well. Yeah, Gemma, cool. Happy days. Even Carl was on about Turkey, so let's go for it. Okay. So 50 seats, all economy on a Dash 8 Q300. Boy, that would be so uncomfortable. Gemma says 22k. That would be really uncomfortable to fly that nearly 5 hours on a Dash 8. Fuck that. That is mental. 25k for Carl. Well, let's find out together. Here we go. Not too bad. It's what I expected. 26k. Still pretty good, to be fair. Okay. So here is the routing of a Dash 8. Gemma wants Genoa. It does come up. 266. I mean, that's the number we're looking for. 266, 170, 170. And then across to North Africa, she says. Carl wants Spain as a stopover. Could work. Genoa to Tunis, maybe? It would do it. To be fair, that's actually pretty good. So we venture into Africa on a Dash 8. Still crazy. We got one more dash 8, Carl. Got another one to go into. Or click. Algiers is a higher number, and Algeria normally does quite well. Those are some big numbers. And then what we could do is we could do what Carl suggested, which was to go into Spain, because Spain's on the list, and then drop into like Morocco or somewhere else along that sort of line. Then we hit the African continent as well, which I think is pretty good. Right, numbers here: 651. That's pretty good. 87,000. If the numbers aren't particularly great here, I'm not too fussed with it. They have to be somewhat decent. Better numbers on that one, so let's go. Alright. If you're enjoying this, by the way, feel free to smash the like button. It does help the channel out immensely. Of course, the more support this gets, the more we will continue to do this until it runs its course. 19k for Gemma. I still think that'd be pretty good to have. 22k for Carl. Let's find out together. Okay, do you know what? That's not bad. $18k. I mean, compared to, was it the Paris run? Compared to the Paris run, I think we'll take that. There's your difference. There's a difference maker. Okay, and one more, which I think will go down Carl's route, which is to route it into Spain, and then onwards, maybe North Africa again. So it looks like Madrid might be an option. Madrid is an option, to be fair. $812. Gemma says, wonder if you get double boost by going Madrid then to Canaries. Shall we find out? Ah, okay. Alright, it by the looks of it, it will not make it. Or does it just not come up? Right, let's do it this way. So, Spain. Right, Madrid. Right, so let's have a look at some of the Canary Islands here. So let's go Lanzarote. Okay, yes, that's so it looks as if the Canaries is just a bit too far. Yeah, that's why it didn't come up. Just a little bit too far. What about if we went to... I mean, it'd be rude not to have a Madeira flight, right? Happy days. Right. Do you want to see what numbers are for this? Jim says today 146 from Prestwick to Ibiza to Istanbul, 146. That's pretty like conventional, isn't it? Right, let's have a look and see. Why has that not done it? Okay. We'll try that again. Right, so Spain. Right, Spain. Madrid. Stopover. And then it's Portugal. For Funchal. Do I think the numbers are... Oh, wow. Yeah, the numbers here aren't particularly great for daily passenger demand. 193. That could run out very quickly. Not too much of a risk. Yeah, we'd be running the plane empty though. So maybe like a Rabat. Like if we're gonna venture here, like Rabat or Casablanca, because that's pretty doable. And Morocco's normally pretty good as well. Any other good airports in Spain? I mean, you got Barcelona. These ones down here don't seem to do well. This is the problem. I find that these don't do well down here. If we went to like Morocco, and let's say we did Rabat, slightly shorter route. Double dip Spain for the event. Look at Rabat first. What we got here then? Oh, fucking. See? Instinct. It's cheaper to create the route, but the passenger demand is a lot higher. 1,194. That's for Rabat. If you want me to, I'll have a look at the likes of a Barcelona or a Mallorca. If we're going to double dip Spain. Paul Hussey gifting a Departure Lounge membership. Evening to you, Paul. Going to Alison B. These new @ names, I'm not a huge fan of them, not going to lie. Not a huge fan. Just means I've got to try and work out who it is. Right, so do we do Rabat? Do we need to have a look at Barcelona, or are we thinking that 1194 is pretty much the way forward? Joe says, I fucking hate my name. I don't think you're going to get much better than this. Not going to make as much money on this route. I mean, Tripoli? Should we go to Libya? Help me out here. So we're not going to do Rabat then. Let's see if we can double dip Spain. Hang on. Okay. Probably not going to make a lot of money on this, but double dipping Spain seems to work for 1,337 with Madrid down to Barcelona. And then back again. What about Algiers that had good numbers? Well, if you want to send 2 planes there, or we send to... Well, yeah. We could do... Mind you, the Tunis could be an interesting one. Right, remember Barcelona being quite... Right, so let's go... Tunisia. Tunis. Well within the range, just about. So that's 5 hours again. Again, not going to make great... Oh, no, yeah, the numbers aren't particularly great. So Gemma reckons we should stick with Funchal, or Madeira, as we obviously affectionately know it. Because we'll never make, or we'll never run out of passengers because of how much time it will take to... To be fair though, bearing in mind, when I've got this on in the background, it is in the evening. So it's not like it's a daily thing anyway, so we aren't going to lose passengers regardless. So maybe we stick with Madeira. Because this will literally, as soon as I'm back from, you know, job centre, we're not going to run out of passengers. So maybe... Maybe we stick with it. We might make a bit of money off it. Maybe we stick with it. Because bearing in mind, like I said, you're not... this will only be on in the evenings. So you're not going to run out of passengers. Right, let's go for it. $900. 127,000. This could make 20k if that. Let's go for it. So Madrid and Madeira from London City in a Dash 8 got out the passengers. So we've done it. 50, 100, 150. Yes, you would need to send it out literally 4 times, which we're not going to do. Let's go for it. I mean, it can't be that bad, can it? 25k for Gemma, 18 for Carl. Fucking hell. That's actually really good. 20 set, nearly 28k. Nice. Nice. We like that. We'll take that. So Madeira was a good shout. We'll stick with that one. Very good. Okay, right, what we got? Okay, we got 1-8 to route. To be fair, I did not expect nearly 28k out of a -8 route, which is absolutely mental. Right, so I'm thinking for this one, hear me out. I'm thinking Warsaw. Warsaw and like Ankara. I just wonder if it'll do it. Warsaw to Ankara on a stopover. Like I said, this is the route. Let me show you the routing here. So here we go. If Vienna didn't manage it, or maybe not then. What's that there? Split. Okay, so it'll go to Zagreb. Zagreb to Ankara? Right, will it do it? That's the question. Will it go to Ankara? It will. It's well within the route. Yeah. It will do it. So Zagreb to Ankara, 5.5 hours. This is probably another good money maker, this, on the -8. So it would cost us 142,678 on the passenger demand. And nearly £1,000 on the ticket price. This probably has means to go higher than what we've just done. I'll be surprised if this gets any well, about 30k. It's a good shout. Give it a try, says Carl. Well, we might as well. Let's go for it. We got 9.5 million to spend. We still got that to spend, by the way. So we're doing Ankara via Zagreb from London City. -8. Got out the passengers on there. Here we go. Yeah, spot on, Carl. 31k. That's actually really, really good for a -8. That is actually excellent. That's actually pretty sweet. Right, cool. Happy days. So there you go. So we're going to make a boatload of money now, which is pretty decent. We now have... we've got 2 planes going across. So our 001 is now leaving Ireland and is heading over to New York. And our 002 is off to Ottawa. Okay. So now we've got some options. Let's have a quick look at the fleet here. So we've got 2 DC-9s. Could the DC-9s be on their way out of the fleet, perhaps? So essentially we've got 50 seats on this one here from literally an hour ago. And the seat layout is 65, 6 and 4, 43, 4 and 3. So is it the next one to go? And do we get something a little bit bigger? Have a think. I'm just going to be right back for 2 seconds. Okay. So the checklist we're fine with at the moment. It's whether we now look at the DC8 or DC9s and think, Jim says, I'm just thinking one of the MC21s make it to Japan with a stopover. What's the range? Let's have a look. $5,000, $5,000, $5,500. So we what, 10? With a stopover for maxing its range out? I think it probably could. But it's gonna be, it'll be real close. Like really, really close. we have a look and see what we can actually afford if we're going to go Hail Mary? So, just a quick one. If we were to sell, because of the wear and tear on it, we won't get a great deal for it. Have a look at maintenance here. Let's have a quick look here because I don't think I've maintained the aircraft well. Bulk repair. None in the 30s. One in the 20s. $64,000 to repair the planes. I mean, we'll hang fire, I think. But do we sell the DC-9s? We've got loads of hangar space. But let's have a look and see what we can actually afford here. Okay, here's what we can afford. We can afford up to the likes of a DC-850. We are a little shy of the 757-200s. This is all dependent on what we want to do here. We've got an Ilyushin IL-62 at 7 million that could probably do it in a stopover. Got some DC-8s, DC-10s. If we wanted another 757, we could do it. $767-200 would do it. So it is entirely up to you lot what you want to purchase, how you want to spend the money. Oh, Gemma. Gemma, Gemma, Gemma. Again, I mean, the 707 could do it, and it is a hell of a lot cheaper. And that'd be from Stansted. Let me sort of go back into the short haul market there. $737-700 could go anywhere, it could. So it's entirely up to you how we spend 9.5 million. If somebody drops 10 quid now, they can decide what we do with it, whether we splash the whole thing or pick a plane for themselves. That's the jeopardy that we face. I don't think it will land when we're streaming. Might be something to look at for next week, because I think we'll have a bit of money next week. So if you keep reminding me that that's the plan. Yeah, if you keep reminding me that that's the plan, we'll shift the BA146 out and we'll bring a 737 in. Ah, you absolutely can. A shout out then to Lost Ring Vacation Rentals, who just subscribed to the channel. Many thanks. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the channel. Right, how are we spending it? How are we spending this money? Let's get a full economy 757 stop over to Japan. It's a lot of money to spend. If we do go long haul, it's going to cost a lot of money because of the airplane that we're going to be using. Remember that 1.5 million mark. But the bigger the aeroplane, the more it's going to cost per seat. So essentially, cost us the MT21. It's all economy, so no need to configure. It's a good option. So what do we reckon? Gemma reckons 757, all economy. Oh, very true. But then you could look at the DC-10 that has 7 more passengers with more range, only just, but more range, and uses £2 more fuel. Right, are we blowing the budget on one plane? No, that's the problem. If we're going to buy the 7.5, it's got to go all economy. Which is why if we go... I mean, bearing in mind we are a small airline. Just the one DC-9 that's ready to go. Another 27k in the kitty. Doing all right, thank you. Thanks for asking. Lost Ring Aviation Rentals. Says, how are you doing today? By the way, can you do the A380? It's here. We haven't got one. If you want to see how much it costs you. $215 million. If you were going to contribute towards it, because we can never afford it, not right now, not for a long time. 48 US dollars. It's about 45 English pounds. But we're nowhere near it yet. We're nowhere near getting an A380. We're building this from the ground up. We're nowhere near it. Gemma says, how does the 757 compare to the 737-700? Right, make a note of these numbers. Take screenshots, whatever you need to do. Do you have the A321neo? We do not. That's a little bit out of our price range at the moment. Lewis, a very good evening to you. Says, evening all. Anyone else? I'm like a melting puddle. I think everybody. Right, Gemma, there you go. Lost Ring. This is a game called Airline Manager. You can actually play it on your phone as well as the PC. It's what we've been doing on a Monday. And then our flight simulator streams from Tuesday right the way through to Friday. Mondays are our chilled streams to get the week back under play. And we know how difficult Mondays can be. So yes, we're just we do chill Mondays. But I appreciate you subscribing. It's a nice chilled out stream from Monday. Gets everybody in the vibe, in the sort of right frame of mind as well for the rest of the week, which is normally a little bit more chaotic. Yeah, Darren, we don't joke about that, mate. Jim has done a comparison between the 737-700ER and the 757-300. It's got 118 more passengers on the 757, and it's only 1.3 million more. Up to you. It's up to you lot. It's not down to me. I'm going to drums right now. No worries. Enjoy. Gemma, I won't repeat what was said. Not something that you joke about. 757 has nearly 4K less range though. That's the problem. If you don't want a stopover, think of the money. I think if we're going to do it, okay, just because it is going to be a fair chunk, I thought we might spend, you know, a little bit. But people want to spurge the money, which is fine. If we're going to do it, this would be my pick. Think of the stopovers you could do with it, with the amount of money that you've got left over. $717 says Lewis. We've got those. We got 2 of those. Bought those last week. Of course, this thinking process that we've got right now could all go straight into the toilet if a £10 super chat was donated right now. The person who did that can pick the plane, pick how much they spend, where it goes, etc., etc. David, evening to you. Hope you're doing well. Says evening, entrepreneurs. Can't ask him what we've got in the 2.5 range. We're just on Boeing at the moment. Forgive me. Okay, so for 2.5 downwards from the Embraer 170 back. So we've got the likes of 737s for some more stopovers if we wanted to. Got another option for some 717s that seem to be doing quite well, price-wise and income-wise as well.
$737,700 to Japan.
I like that. That's what we're going to call it from now on. It's 737, to Japan. Gemma's got it. I didn't think you were doing it this week. We can have more than one in the fleet, you know. David says, have you arranged a sales evening for the airline yet? I went to many of them back in the day and everyone resulted in a massive hangover. Yeah, not yet. Not yet. Right, thanks to Gemma. We're going to have to use your name for the reg, if you're okay with that. Stop over in Istanbul for the boost. We can certainly have a look at it. Yeah, I need a different name. I'm thinking something like first letter of your middle name and then like your last name, because the G's in there already. Lost Ring Vacation Rentals. I'm going to have to come up with a shorter name for you. What planes do you have? Well, I'll show you in a second. You also asked what my favourite food was. Quite like a bit of pizza, personally. Pizza and pasta. Not my last. We already got that for the Formula 1, so no, definitely not. Well, I'll tell you what, because it's FlyLo, we'll go... I'll tell you what. What about that? Cool, nice one. Right, Gemma, how do you want it configured? 5.6 million coming out of the bank, which means we might have some more money for some more aeroplanes if we want them. Depending on, obviously, after we've routed the plane here. Pineapple on pizza, you wash your mouth out. Don't make me time you out. I know you're a mod, but I will time you out either way. You wash your mouth out. Third economy, third business. Oh, split literally down the middle. Okay. Sorry, not down the middle. You know what I mean. So 126. What's... Hang on. 126 divided by 3. Okay. So it's 42 across the mark. Can it be done? I don't think it can be done. Oh, okay, right. Actually, Lewis gave me an idea. Fuck economy. Fuck economy. Who needs economy? Half business, half first. Right, half of 63. There you go. 25 business, 25 first. I ain't flying with no peasants. Girl knows what she wants. Right, happy with that. 6 million is going to come out in the bank. She's happy with that. Let's go for it. Okay, Gemma's 737-700 is in the fleet. Time to route the damn thing. Dom says, don't make me flash my Ryanair Plus. Sorry, my Ryanair Plus. Yeah, Ryanair Plus. Robin, hello to you. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. Right, here's the range. It can fly to a huge amount of places. I do believe Japan was mentioned. Istanbul then to Haneda. Let's have a look. So Istanbul. We want to go to Japan. And it's Haneda. "14 hours, 52 minutes in the air. The aircraft can do it comfortably." Again, the amount of times we're going to be sending the airplanes out, it wouldn't be horrendous. Actually, not a lot coming off the price. Can Gemma beat my moneymaker? Well, we're about to find out if this is the route we're taking. This is Gemma's own plane. If you want a plane, by the way, boys and girls, £10 super chat, telling me what plane you want, where you want to send it to. As long as it's in the budget we have left, it is yours. What we do with this money is entirely down to you. So I'm assuming this is going to be the route she said about Istanbul then to Haneda. Ticket pricing looks pretty good. Let's create the route for 718. This actually might beat Carl's. This might beat Carl, I'm not going to lie. 25 business, 25 first. Are you ready? Will it beat? Let's have a quick nosy at Carl's. What did Carl have? A220, wasn't it? So Carl at the moment leading the way, 256,000. Lewis says might have to go with a. If you want to do it, Lewis. Like I said, we will happily do that. We only got a base at Stansted, so we'd literally go from Stansted to Turkmenistan to Pyongyang. It's entirely up to you. But we're about to find out how much Gemma's route is about to make. Here we go. Is it more than $250,000? Oh, it's not. It's under. But still very good. 236,895. Do you know what though? That's actually still pretty good. This airline is making a lot of money. So come next week, expect to hear the old "Here comes the money." Lewis says this one VIP seat for the leader, then all economy. One VIP seat. Okay, one VIP seat. Oh gosh. Dom says if I donate enough, will you buy an A380 to Pyongyang and call the plane G Big D? I'll show you. Was it 215 million, wasn't it? So it would need to be whatever 48 US dollars is, which I think on the phone would be two seconds. £43. 43 English pounds. That's crazy. Okay, so as it stands, we've got 3 mil in the bank. It's old chap. It's not old chap. That's £7 short of old chap. Don't give him ideas. We've had a fun night. Let's not ruin it.
One discount 757 Plaza, SDN greater than LCA greater than SDY.
Stan says great. Stansted number 1. Yeah, problem I'm facing with that, Lewis. 757. We've only got 3 mil. We can't afford a 757. What can we afford? I'll give you a choice. Hang on. What we can afford. Right, so we can afford MD80, MD90, MD88. Can I refund? 717. just trying to see if there's a plane that might be able to actually do that route. 7-3. Could probably do it. But just short of an A220 by 200,000. Lewis wants a 7375. By the way, guys, let me know, please. How would you feel if, not, I wouldn't expect it to, but if Dom did donate towards an A380, how would you feel about it? Lewis, we could register yours in Bermuda, you know, for tax evasion purposes. VP LPS. Well, I'm not touching anything. If Dom did that, that'd be so fun. Just having a random A380 from Stansted to Pyongyang. Okay, are we sticking with 737-500? Cool. Right. So we have to come up with a registration for Lewis here, because we're missing a letter at the end of it. I think it's all like that, without the I. Cool. Let's have a look at what SDY would be. SDY. Eh? Are you sure you got the right airport there? Sydney Richland Municipal Airport in America. Carl, just go with G Dale. G Dale. It's up to Lewis. Lewis can pick. Yeah, SDY is a municipal airport in America. G Dale. Alright, there we go. G Dale is in the system. Yeah, we need to make sure that, because you've got Stansted to Larnaca, but where are you going after Larnaca? Because SDY is an airport in America. He wanted one in first, didn't he? Ah, Dubai. Okay, right, we'll see if we can do that. It should be fine. Now Lewis said one in first, the rest in economy, right? Oh, I was joking. All right, come up with the configuration then for your plane with an even load across. Don't like doing maths. Yeah, but it doesn't do it though, that's the problem. Try to do it with your one when you said about splitting it in thirds, but it seems to take seats out. So it's not totally correct. That'll do, says Lewis. 2 million coming out the kitty. There it is. Dale has arrived. Right, let's route it. Cyprus, Larnaca. 4.5 hours from Stansted. That's pretty decent. And then on from there. Dale's going places. Can we spam Dale's face, please? Let's get some Dale faces in the chat. Okay, can do it. 7 hours 47. Can we do it though? Oh, we can. Okay, just about. Can Dale beat my route to Dubai? I don't think he will. Although with those prices. Let's have a look here at Carl. $9563-6209.
We're going to need more fuel, smiley face emoji.
We certainly are. Thank you, Paul. That will be contributed at the end of the stream, so we can actually get some fuel for the aeroplanes because we are going to need more. Right, where were we going? Dubai, wasn't it? Right, well, the ticket numbers. They're not better, so I don't think it will beat it. They're not better though. But it should still do a decent number, I think. I might make a leaderboard actually, to be fair. I'm going to do that. I'll do it after we create the route here. Right, let's have a look and see then. So Stansted to Larnaca, then on to Dubai, 737-500, 145,000. That's still pretty good. That means tonight we've made, with user-only aeroplanes. I'll make a leaderboard when we're done here. Actually, rather than bore you to death by doing it. With user-built aeroplanes, we've got 236,000 there. from Gemma's 737. 142,000, so that's already so that 350. That's 500,000. So 500,000. $750,000. Nearly $800,000 made from user chosen airplanes. That's not reroutes. That's not rerouting airplanes. That's just from the fact that you lot have donated £10 to buy planes, reroute them, and everything else. $800,000 to the kitty. Next week's going to be fun. Here comes the money. Goodness me. Right. Let's get Paul's Caravel out for 58,000. And there you have it. So both Gemma and Darren Graham both have 2 aeroplanes in the fleet. Carl has one this evening. Lewis has one as well. Here is our fleet for the show. We've rerouted the Dash 8s, so they stay in the fleet for another week. The Fokkers, I think, are doing pretty well themselves. They too could probably do with a bit of rerouting, which we could probably do next week as well. We'll try and get those on stopovers. I think they'll do pretty good number-wise. Can I claim it as a tax expense? You do as you please. Do as you please. But I don't know won't hurt. I'll tell you what. Look at this, look. 162,000 for the Miami flight. For the Douglas DC-7. Can't tell you that on here. Okay, pretty good. Starting to make some money, boys and girls. Which means next week is going to be fascinating to see how far we get with it. Re-register it in Cyprus. That's why I said about putting it down in Bermuda. You know, with a VP registration. Devon Farmer and a tractor. Shut your face. Right, boys and girls, that'll do. So we are leaving here tonight with $775,635. In the bank, we've got 1,067 points. Quick look through, not the maintenance. In fact, let's do maintenance, because hangar wise, we've still got 84 spots to fill. So we've got plenty of space for aeroplanes. And in regards to marketing, we've got another hour and a bit of 3.5 stars. Thanks to Gemma's suggestion. Dom says 84 172s. Fucking hell. I'm curious if we, because I don't think we can order that many at once. don't think we can. No, you only do 10 at a time. Cost you 500 grand each time as well. I don't think it would be. Don't think it'd be worth it. Very 3 passengers. All first class seats. Yeah, so just the pilot then. Pilot can just decide wherever he wants to go. Gemma says 84 A380s. Are you contributing towards that, are you? Do you know how much that costs? Crazy amount of money. Yeah, that's what I thought. Paul says, how much is the DC3 for cargo charters? Get some last minute questions in before we disappear. I'll keep sending these airplanes out as well. So about 81 grand in the bank. 850,000 is DC3. Then you got the next cheapest one, which is a DC9. Then the next cheapest one is 5.8 million for the BA146. That just keeps going up and up and up and up and up. So bearing in mind we do have cargo. So if people wanted to get a cargo plane for cargo flights, we do have the option to do it, but they are massively expensive. So do it at your peril. Right, training points. Yes, absolutely. Let's go on to training points whilst we are here. We've got 11. The one we need to keep an eye out on, not that it matters at the moment because we've got plenty of space. The one that we got to keep an eye out on is, and this is for those who play it away from the streams as well and everything else, is this one here. This is the one that you need to keep an eye out for, because what this does is this increases your passenger hangar slots by one slot per one training point, and it's limited to one training point per 24 hours. That's the one you want. There are other ones that we can do as well. I think it's this one here. Fleet Manager Training. Events Manager. There is another one. It's not that one either. It's like one that increases the fleet. Increased fleet limit. Yeah, so it's that one there. Yeah, okay, cool. Right. We are done for the night. What an evening. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you have done, please smash the like button. It helps us out immensely. Thank you to those that have contributed tonight, whether it's gifting memberships or donating towards the stream. Little reminder, we are back tomorrow. I'm not scheduling the stream because we're going to be on Twitch as well, and you can't seem to schedule streams on Twitch. So we're going to be on Twitch as well, but keep an eye on your notifications on YouTube for 7:15. That's when we're going to be live. So 7:15 UK time. If you're in the group chat, I will give you a warning to say that I'm about to go live. But 7:15, you've been told. 7:15 UK time in the evening. We'll be live with Brest to Mallorca with Volate. And the A320 as requested. Yes, bit of Brest action for a Tuesday. Honestly. Honestly. Right. Okay, boys and girls. Thank you so much for watching. We are going to be testing out Twitch. Might do it. Maybe Thursday as well, depending on how well it goes tomorrow. If it sort of plays ball, whether the stream holds up, etc, etc. But yes, so tomorrow, 7:15, you've been told up teen times. Bit of Brest action on Tuesday. Brest to Mallorca. I will see you tomorrow. Have a great rest of your evening. Whatever you get up to. Have a great Tuesday. Let's do this all again. And until then, look after yourselves and each other. From myself and the moderators. Thank you for watching. It's a very good evening to you all. And bye for now. You know the drill. Take it easy.